Alert Podcast. This is the Game Knows Game segment. I'm your host, King
Snooze
Savvy, and you got your co-host, yeah,
alert.
Snooze Alert Podcast.
Snooze.
Yeah, you got your co-host AJ73. I
What
mean, we
up? What
back.
up?
We back with another beautiful week of sports talk. It's been some wild things. Let me go ahead and pull up my
Some
doc so I can make sure
wild,
it's been some
wild. It was a
wild
wild
things.
weekend.
Man, it's been wild tonight. First and foremost, let me go ahead and give my you know what I'm saying my thoughts and prayers out to Tyreek Hill. He just experienced a very crazy injury in an interesting spot of his career, man. You know, he been complaining, he been trying to but at the same time he's still been trying to make his situation work, and here he is all of a sudden dealing with a dislocated knee, it looked like.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. He too fast to be doing it. You
It
talk
wasn't
about
even his
injuries
fault
there.
though, man. That was crazy, dude. Like, dude, the defender grabbed his like wrapped his legs up even though they was already going out of bounds. It didn't make sense to me. He acted like he was making a play.
So let me see here. Let me see here.
Which about to look at it? 'Cause there's video.
No, I'm
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to
Hopefully,
confirm something before I
he
say something
hopefully he heals up,
because
man. I know that he
you
ain't
talk
coming back
about
this
that
season.
one, right? You talk
Yeah.
about Tyreek Hill. What about Squirrel White from Florida State?
What, him being at the bottom of that crazy pile?
Of the stampede of
Yeah,
people
yeah,
just laying there.
yeah. That's
Buddy
some
in the
bull
hospital.
crap.
I think they said he passed. He might have passed away. Don't
Nah,
quote me on
no,
that one.
that's not real, bro. He didn't
That's what
pass
I was
away.
trying. That's what I was trying to look up.
He
Some
didn't
people said,
pass
some
away,
sources
bro.
did. Some sources said he didn't. I'm just putting it out there that that is a point of concern.
Yeah, no, that the stampede is outrageous. The stampede, especially in a situation like that, you gotta at least wait until he get up. Like he look, they
Yeah,
treated bro like he was Mufasa. You know what I mean? Like big, 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 big. He
Mufasa.
was down there like, yeah.
No,
He was down there fighting
father.
for his life, bro. Yeah, no, that was probably terrifying for him to be as after not making the play. First off, he didn't even have enough time to process what happened. Like, soon as the whistle was like, everybody was on the ground, like they was on the field.
Just
Yeah,
like
like
some World
damn.
War Z zombies.
Yeah, man, nah, but bro didn't pass away though.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate that that happened to him. So you talking about Tyreek Hill? That changed that man's
Yeah,
life forever. That I'd be scared to
yeah.
play football after that a little bit.
Man, I wouldn't be scared to play football. I just be like, I don't know. I would be fighting to make sure that that type of stuff is under control, bro. Because why would they even standing so close to the field like that anyway? And everybody tried to blame security, but what is five security guards gonna do to a whole like that's a
Look,
whole raid of people, bro. They look like bugs running out there, man.
you can say that, right? But the biggest thing is like you can't stop it. It's almost 100,000 people running at you.
Yeah, exactly.
The school is going to get fined because the NCAA does fine people for running onto the field, and it's sizable. I'm talking that fine might come out to be 50 to 70K.
Man, and them students about to get a whole bunch of schoolwork.
That's about to come out of their tuition, dog.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Them midterms about to be crazy. Watch, it's about to be wicked over all over there. So, but shoot, speaking of people, before we even move on, speaking of people rushing onto a space, you see the guy get onto the stage with Neo. Neo slapped he tossed his food head all the way over there.
Like really, bro?
He tried to
Like
act like he was
really?
drunk. He wasn't that drunk, boy.
Nah, he's just taking
Hey,
advantage of a situation.
yeah, they better be lucky Neo ain't trying to show who he really is. He want to be, he want to show, keep his what's called public perception of just being a singer and a lover boy. I think Neo got some mental issues for real.
He do
Yeah,
got some
yeah.
mental issues.
Yeah, true. But man, going back to this crazy week of football, man, did you see the Tennessee Wild game with Mississippi State? Took it to OT, 41-34.
Bruh, they was
Man,
oh my gosh.
yeah,
That
serious over
was
there.
that was a it's just like college football is amazing for that reason right there. Like it was just a week like that alone. SEC play at the highest caliber.
Oh,
That's what the Ole Miss versus LSU game was supposed to be.
yeah. See, but look. I brought this up. I made sure to put this in my files. The boy said, "Fire who? Who gonna fire me? Who gonna fire me?" Yeah, better stop playing. Look, Bama showed up and they got the
I don't
job
care about
done.
none of that.
They
Win
almost
the
gave the
SEC.
game away.
Win
They
the SEC now.
I mean, well now
The
they,
bar has
you
been
know,
moved now. You got
hey,
your dub against you. The dub against Georgia keeps you your job for another year unless you don't win. Like unless you just
hey,
like suck.
wait a
But
minute.
he don't suck. In order to beat Georgia, you can't suck.
You can't
So
say
Georgia's
that
like,
don't matter to me now. You just was like, yeah, they've been trash since he been coaching them like that. He better get it together before he get fired. Now he go and that wins the big game during the regular season and it don't mean nothing.
no, because Georgia's not gonna win the SEC.
Come on, man. But they were ranked number 5.
What that got to do with
What you
anything?
mean? And Georgia been silent. Georgia been a
Solid don't
problem
win you
for
the SEC,
years. Georgia been a problem for years. So when Bama
and
hits
so
the
has
top
Bama.
dog, no, Bama ain't been like that for these last couple years and they actually been
Bama, it's
taking
been one
L's to
year.
Georgia.
It's
They've been
been
taking
1 year,
L's
bro.
to Georgia. They
It's
didn't
been
beat
1 year, bro.
Georgia. They didn't beat Georgia. No, no, it's been longer than that. I'm about to
No,
pull it up.
I'm talking about since they were like competitive. Because when Nick Saban was there, they were competitive in those games. You knew it was going to be a high quality game. That's the thing. So for this to be a high quality game, yeah, that's great. But these are two mediocre versions of the Georgia Alabama rivalry. We
All
can say
right.
that, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just been, they lost last year. They lost to Georgia last year. I mean, they typically have shootouts. They have dog fights, but like, it's just a big game to win. It's very important, especially for the SEC.
It is because I think that it is a big moment for the SEC because now, unfortunately, you have to say this. Georgia's not the favorite to win the SEC anymore.
No, and there's
Bama's not
and
the favorite to win the SEC.
who
You
who
know who the
is
favorite is?
who
Ole
is
Miss.
Ole Miss, exactly, and they just knocked off LSU. So that's the thing, bro. Georgia lost, LSU lost.
Yes.
Alabama won, Ole Miss won. So now the whole thing just shifted a little bit because now you got
No, it
Texas
didn't.
still sitting at number 9, but we got to see them actually play somebody. Which I smell a upset here, and that's not me being biased. I don't know how I feel. I told you. I don't know if I told. No, I was talking to
Look,
people in the comments. And I said Arch Manning
I'm
going
gonna let
against Florida is gonna be one of those games where he's gonna have to actually show if he's good or not. That's what I said.
this.
Now we gonna see.
I look. I agree with that statement because the issues with Florida, to me, are not as much defensively.
Exactly.
DJ Lagway is not playing to the way that he's supposed to be playing to catapult this team to where it needs to. So their offense is not a threat. So in a sense, these are two teams in the exact same position.
Yeah.
It's just Florida done played the dogs from the start of the season.
Hey man,
Texas about to start playing the dogs.
exactly. Florida had the most difficult season on paper, like set up on paper for, and we can see how that's going for them. So I don't know. You know, as a fan, I want them to win, yes, but actually, as a fan of the game, I believe this could be one of those games that's almost like how what you said about the Buffalo Bills. This could be a trap game for Texas. Yeah.
Very much so. Very much so. Texas needs to win this game handily to reestablish their presence as a national contender.
Yes.
If they don't win this handily, there's a chink in the armor and everybody's coming for it.
hmm I'm glad you
That
said that. I'm glad you said that. You know, and before I get to the nitty gritty, you see Penn State versus Oregon.
the OT game too.
Mmm.
They was a
Mmm.
dog. You know why Penn State lost?
Why?
Because Oregon took the right for them to fully go white out from them.
Oh, oh, I didn't know they did that.
Oregon wore white jerseys at Penn State's whiteout.
That's bull. And that's bogus. So you telling me everybody in the crowd was wearing white and it wasn't even the
Uh,
squad's
and
that's crazy.
and Penn State is wearing a
Wearing
blue jersey
blue.
top.
Oh man, so everybody looked like they was going for Oregon. Oregon felt at home. That's that bull crap. Hey, but that was
So
a great game for the top 10. I don't know where
that's
Oregon
exactly
is
the top 10
sitting
position.
now. Yes, that's what it's supposed to be.
Uh,
Oregon, no. Miami number 3. Oregon probably moved to number 2 then. Miami's number 3 now.
it's out now. So
Yeah, go ahead check that out real quick. Let us know. Let us know.
so dun 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 dun
Ohio
dun
State
dun.
number 1.
Dun.
I know that for
Yeah, they
sure.
ain't moving. Oregon number 2,
Yeah, Oregon's number 2.
Miami number 3, Ole Miss number 4,
Mm.
Oklahoma's number 5, Texas A&M's number 6.
Hey, bruh. This everybody you just named is everybody me and you've been talking about all season. We've been spotting these games and we've been saying who gonna come out on top. We've been picking out the dogs and saying who real and who not. And based off that
Eh,
top 6, who real and who not, bruh? Like we've been saying
because
exactly who it is.
but check this out. Check this out. Number 8, Indiana.
Yeah.
And you got guess who is the front runner in the Big 12 right now?
Who you got?
Texas Tech at number 11.
Yeah, everybody, bruh. That's dope, bruh. That's dope. Game knows game, man. Game knows
Hey,
game.
we calling it like we see it. And you can't the thing about college football that makes it so entertaining, especially with the
Mm.
NIL and transfer portal now, all that blue blood stuff is about to go out the window.
Oh yeah.
Be- because give me one season where I got 20 to 50 million dollars and I'm gonna go buy a roster and beat the brakes off y'all boys.
Yeah, and you really get to build teams now. Like, it's nice to see these colleges actually have the ability to go and get star players and match them up with other star players. Rather than just having one star show up and be cold and everybody else around them not be like that. It's
Hold on,
nice.
hold on, hold on. We can't forget, right? We talking about these teams coming with dogs, right? Tell me who's at the helm for Ole Miss.
Who is?
D2 product from Ferris State.
Mm, coming from D2?
Yeah. From a powerhouse in D2 said the SEC ain't like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Football is played everywhere.
Real talk. Yeah, it's talent. It's talent all over this mug, man. Everybody don't gotta go D1
Just
first to
because y'all
be
got
like that, bro.
resources.
Yeah, man. Hey, but shout out to everybody that went D1, but them D2 players be playing. Shoot, D3, the NAIA, the JUCO.
There's
There's some real
there's
dogs out
dogs
here that just
everywhere.
don't have, just ain't been able to get the opportunities. You know what I'm saying? But like that don't mean they ain't up there with y'all. So always respect your position and everything that you got going on in life. You got to take it and realize, what I'm saying. This is an opportunity for you to be as great as you can be. So use it and
Look,
respect it, bro. For real.
look, concerning like you brought up Ferris State's got a Ferris State D2 quarterback is at the helm of Ole Miss, got them balling out, right?
Yeah.
Well, we know JUCO product is at the helm of Vanderbilt, got them balling out. Vandy is going crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. See that's I'm glad you brought this up because they are a part of the game of like I'm putting my key matchups for the week. Okay. In college football, I got Bama versus Vanderbilt. But
Vandy.
they playing in Bama. Now I never thought. I don't know, man. I'm coming from like I've been a Florida fan since a young man. Like what I'm saying
Mm,
since like '08. Vanderbilt, they always been sneaky, but they ain't never been like this off of what I
they've
remember.
been good.
Yeah, off of what I
Vandy
remember.
this year's good. They not
Yeah,
sneaky. They good.
they actually somebody you look at on the schedule and circle.
Because you know what they got them ranked at, right?
16,
Vandy ranked.
16.
What?
Like, wow.
No. Yo, I think this is going over people's head.
This is
Vandy is ranked 16 in the top 25.
Hey, bro, they mean it. They serious this
I
year for
have
real.
not seen that in my lifetime.
Hey, and don't let them go beat Bama. If they go beat
Oh,
Bama, they'll be a top 10 team for sure. Watch.
they beat Bama.
Yeah,
The favorites for the SEC championship are Ole Miss and Vanderbilt.
yeah. And you know why I say they'll be a top 10 team? Because if Texas goes out there and they stink it up against that Florida defense, bro, they'll drop out of the top 10. And Alabama's sitting at 10
Oh,
right now. So if Vandy beats Bama and
they're gonna
Texas
jump to
loses,
number 9.
come on, bro. Pay like this is real here. Like that I was sitting here earlier when I was really like studying. I'm like, bro,
Like
Vanderbilt
Diego
mean it
Pavia.
right now.
I think that is Pavia. Pavia.
Yeah, you
Pavia.
like I'm gonna let you struggle with the names this week.
Pavia. Either way,
True,
Diego
but
P. He's
yeah,
pushing P right now. That's for sure.
yeah, man. My what's it called? My other my other matchup for the week, my other key college matchup is the two teams we've been talking stuff about all year. You got Miami going against Florida State, but they playing in Florida. I mean,
In
they
the
playing at Florida
dog.
State. Yeah, they playing in Florida State.
In
So
the
we gonna see how it go.
dog.
I
Because
don't know.
Miami might look after that loss. They got a receiver that's hurt. Florida State might be pissed.
Yeah, they might be. And we seen how
And you
good they
go
was
in.
playing. So for them to drop so low after the start that they had, that was very interesting to me. It's not like I don't think they are supposed to be what number 18. I think they're supposed to be a little higher than that.
Yeah. This right here, this matchup, they might if they beat Miami. I hate to say this, but Miami gets knocked out the top 10.
The way all these other teams are playing, you damn straight.
They gonna get knocked out the top 10
Cause
because
everybody playing, but they not
because
playing. You feel me? You
not
like,
only not only do you get knocked out the top 10, there's a chance you don't make the college football playoff now
yeah,
because this is a
yeah.
conference game.
hmm
The
This is this is like this that, and so
ACC.
Carson Beck, you've been proving me
Step
wrong
up.
all year. Uh, can you do it in the big one? This is
Yeah, can you
important.
do it again?
This is important.
Because I want to talk trash to my coworker.
You've been trying to talk stuff. Hey, but did you get to talk stuff this week?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know what to tell you. And he a Niners fan, and the Niners went down
Oh
bad.
man. Oh man. Rough week over there. Rough week over there.
But the funny
Yeah.
thing, he from Georgia, and so then Georgia lost, so he
Oh
couldn't
yeah.
be happy about
Hey,
nothing.
we was out eating, bro. We was out eating when Bama was playing Georgia, and I thought it was a Georgia fan in there screaming at the TV, but it was so I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a great night. But he was a Bama guy, man. He was a Bama guy. He's like, yes. He's like sitting there. Actually
See,
seeing fans do this in public when they're the only ones locked in on the game is hilarious. Like, yes. Like, I don't know if he had a parlay on it or not, but he was locked in, bro. It was an old man too. I think bro had to be 53 at least.
so you said that was the only matchup, right?
Yeah,
How
those two.
about how about the matchup of Illinois taking down USC?
Mm. I mean, I give it its credit because Illinois bounced back. I'll give it his
Shit.
credit because Illinois bounced back. They showed that they actually do want to want to be a top team, which something I hadn't necessarily seen from them like that. I seen them going out there and surviving off of the early respect, but I feel like they after getting slapped around a little bit, they want to earn it. You know, they can't
So
just live off of it.
with this talk of football, right, and conferences, right? I got a question for you, Savvy.
What you got, man? What you got?
Has the SEC been dethroned?
Uh, for the season, I can say yeah. I can't say like overall. I'll say for this season, yes. Yeah, I won't even say like you could say last season maybe, but like nah, not really though because Georgia was still there. So you can't say they were dethroned. It's like now ain't a I mean Ole Miss the only top. I don't know, bro. We gotta see.
Who beat Georgia last season?
Shoot. Who did beat Georgia last? Ohio State?
I believe it might have been. Let me double check. We don't want to be wrong around here, people. We don't
Yeah.
want to be wrong.
Yeah.
24, because that was 2024, right?
Hmm.
So you had
What the heck going on with my camera?
Georgia
There we
lost
go.
to Notre Dame,
Oh, it's Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Wow. Yeah. I forgot about that.
and then
Huh.
Notre Dame went on to beat uh, Penn State, and Ohio State beat Texas.
Okay. So,
So
but
if Notre
Texas was
Dame
still
had
in it. It
beat
was
Penn
Texas
State,
that was in there last year. That's what it
but
was.
if Notre Dame had, but this was we're talking about in the Final Four. There was one SEC team, an independent, who rightfully, if they get in a conference, Notre Dame needs to be in the Big Ten. They right there up the street.
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing what they need to.
And so Penn State and Ohio State, there was two Big Ten representatives in the Final Four.
Yeah.
So now that we opened it up past just
Hey.
ranking teams and polls,
Hey.
these SEC teams are starting to get beat.
They
They're starting
starting
to
to
get
get
beat.
beat. They getting beat a little bit more. It ain't like as bad. It's not like crazy though. I think with the playoffs and everything in the picture, a lot of things are still up in the air. No matter what, nobody's safe.
That's true.
I think with everything being more competitive all across the sport, all across the the college game, it's gonna be a whole lot of fluctuation in the rankings. The top teams are going to stay the top teams as long as they continue to win. But until you get to the
Yeah.
playoffs, that's when you're going to see, you know what I'm saying, exactly how everybody fares.
So
Shoot.
I
But,
know you probably
but,
thinking the
but,
same thing.
no, 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 no,
I
no. You
hey
know where
let's
I'm going. You
Where?
made a bet a couple weeks ago. Oh my gosh. You made a bet a couple weeks ago and you said, you know what? This is a rivalry week recap. Aurora Central went out there and they handled business. What was the score, AJ? You was on the sideline.
Oh, I got disconnected. 60-0.
Oh man, 60-0. AJ came up with the bet that we would have to do push-ups for however many points the opposing team scored. I'm glad I'm push-up list tonight because they ain't put up a point. Hey man, no disrespect to Hinkley coaching staff. I know y'all got, you know what I'm saying, y'all got a lot of things in the future. It's gonna be real bright over there. I'm looking forward to seeing Aurora Central and Hinkley be top teams athletically. But for now, for now, Aurora
Oh,
Central still gets to wear the crown
oh,
in this rivalry.
whew.
Uh,
Oh shit.
yeah,
We
yeah.
coming.
Hey, yo,
We coming.
I'm playing.
Coach Sean said it last week. We coming. Get us now.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
us now.
uh-huh. That was good, man. That was good. When I looked up the score, I said, "Ooh." I was like, "Oh
Hey,
yeah."
as a coach, and all my coaches out there know, even in bad losses, most important thing,
It's effort.
watching your kids grow, watching the players get better game to game. And they earned, they got blown out. They earned the respect of those of that coaching staff
Yeah,
because they could see from the start of the game to the end of the game, this team got better.
that's good, man.
So get us now. We got the number 3 team in 2A this week. So
Ooh wee. Hey, bruh. Look, so I gotta
funny
ask.
enough, no, hang on. Funny enough, they got this big left tackle, right?
Uh huh.
You know where he's committed?
What, he going to Pueblo?
Vandy.
Oh, he going to Vandy from
Yeah,
the 2A or 3A?
from Kent, Denver.
That's what's up. Going to Vandy. Shout out to him. What's his name? You know his name?
I'm not gonna butcher his name.
All right, that's all right. Shout out to him anyway. Shout out to him anyway, man. We love that. One thing about it, them Colorado linemen always gonna get some love. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
People don't give enough credit to the sports in Colorado because the players that coming out there ain't the fanciest. You know, Chauncey wasn't fancy, but he got the job done. You know,
No.
Colorado players don't always get fancy; they just get to the point.
Hey, I hate to be dominating the conversation, because you speaking on Colorado players, right?
What you got for me?
You know what Colorado is known for though?
You set me up with that one. I was
We
about to
are
say some
a
bullshit. I was about to say some
you know what Colorado is known for? We are a women's basketball mecca.
Yeah, that's facts.
We be we be producing some women's basketball players. And there's this trend on TikTok going around where all of them say their area codes and stuff. I swear the best player on some of these teams is when a woman from Colorado go play hoop, she the best player on the team.
I
So
mean,
we got a couple at UCLA. Her twin sister about to be done and go up there. You know, she looking to be the number 1 draft pick.
that's nice,
Let me
especially
make sure
with
I
it
get
being
her
a
name
it's a
right.
growing sport. You know, I've told people this before, man. I think everybody talks stuff about women's NBA and women's basketball, but men's basketball wasn't good for the first like 20 years, 30 years,
Oh
Women
no.
still getting their stuff all the way figured out. And as you can see, these last few years, it's been better handles. it's been more fluctual. You know what I'm saying, more flexibility with it. There's a whole lot of fluctuation in the game. You're seeing three-level scorers. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing the big women out there. They able to shoot. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
able to
and
play
so
defense and keep up with the shorter and faster guards and stuff like that.
oh,
Like it's getting serious
they
out
getting
there.
crazy.
Yeah. Let's go
All
ahead
right,
and
I
put
got
some
her name
respect
for
on
you.
their name, on their game.
Lauren Betts. Not
Lauren
only is she
Betts.
a dog, her
Hmm.
her younger sister is on the roster too.
Okay.
Both of them Grandview products. And you know Grandview got the hoopers.
Yeah, Grandview always got somebody going. Yeah. That's what's
but
up, man.
that leads me to my next. You been watching WNBA?
I I ain't been watching it that much. I'm gonna be honest with you. I keep up with it for every time I'm able to have a conversation with my grandpa.
Right now, I've been keeping up with it. The Phoenix Mercury
Uh-huh.
are going back to the title game. They won the series 3-1 against the Minnesota Lynx and I believe MVP runner up Nafisa Collier.
Okay.
So now we got to see if Asia gonna beat the Fever to get back to the chip.
Hey, man. She up there in them GOAT conversations. We gonna see how it go. I uh I think she has
So
the ability to lead her team, and I say that because it's gonna have to be a team effort. She gonna go out there, she gonna do her thing, but she can't be the only one. You know, she gonna need a couple people to step up, and they've been stepping up. So I ain't even gonna talk like they haven't been stepping up. Her team is nice, and she a baller. And if she is on top of her game and playing aggressively, they have great chances to get back where they need to be, where they want to be.
yeah, and so that I agree with you wholeheartedly, man.
Yeah,
She gonna have to be a dog. That'd be funny. What if Caitlin Clark wins her first title on the bench?
wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? That's
Her
look,
first
but
title on the
what would they
bench.
say? What would they say about that? They they don't give LeBron his credit for the damn bubble ring. He's a COVID
So she
champion.
really ain't getting no credit for that.
Yeah, he's a COVID champion.
Oh, you didn't even
Yeah,
play in that game.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I honestly, for
They went and
ratings,
built a team to support her, and the team is good.
and the team is good. Hey, shout out to the Fever. Shout out to the Fever. For ratings, I don't know. Which one
Because
do
they
you
went
think would
from the
make more
number
sense
one
for the
overall
sport?
pick 2 years in a row. Hmm?
Which
What
one for
ratings wise?
ratings? For ratings, which team would make more sense going to the finals?
Low key, the Fever, because it's going to back up the narrative that they don't need Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
And
okay,
it's
so what does
Caitlin
that
Clark.
do? What does
So,
that do to her? 'Cause, you know, she's a hooper. Hoopers have egos, you know, because they get to have egos a little bit more than the football players because they face is shown. Like, you know, football players they got it's a different ego. It's like it's a gladiator spirit, you know. They
yeah.
you know, basketball players they get more so of a Achilles type feel. You know, they get to look. You know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody sees them, they get the flowers, but then football like Leonidas.
Yeah. That, I don't know. Would you rather be remembered as Leonidas' 300 or Achilles?
I don't know,
Because
bro.
300 took down a whole Persian army.
That's true. That's true. So I'm asking. So like, with the basketball ego though, like, how would that affect her with all the criticism in the media and everything? You know what I'm saying? Getting to that getting to the
She might get
championship
traded.
without. That's what I'm saying. So that would be crazy.
She might get traded and try to go
After
win a
they
chip with
got
somebody else.
they got one more. Like I feel like if let's say they go to the championship, they do good. She gonna play one more season. And it's gonna be some controversy, and next thing you know, she gonna be ready to move around. And if she move around, does she join Angel Reese? That would be crazy.
No, because Angel Ruth got her own issues in that her team don't even like her.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing though. If Angel Reese is ready to move around, Caitlyn ready to move around, what are the odds that they actually link up? Because you got somebody who's a backboard demon. Like she wants to go get the rebound consistently. So Caitlyn Clark would get multiple second chance opportunities.
So let me, and you know who? Because I believe isn't what's her name? Another one of their trios there. I can't remember her name right now, but it would be an interesting take. Are we gonna get a Shaq
Yeah,
Kobe moment?
yeah,
We're gonna get a Shaq Kobe moment.
yeah.
And what if they do that and they just destroy
That I
teams,
think that would be
just
nice.
start
I think it would be nice to see.
the amount of buff around the Chicago,
Yeah,
and it's in Chicago.
yeah,
The Chicago sky would
yeah.
make so much money.
Especially with all the attention going like for them right now, outside of sports, outside of everything, like just on a personal level for the city. You know what I'm saying? They dealing with a lot of scrutiny, so that would be just a bright spot for them. You know. But I don't want to sit there too
Yeah,
long. I don't want to sit there too long. I got some NFL hot takes, and I want your opinion on them. Okay. I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna let you give your answers, and I'm gonna throw my facts out there. All right. Is
hmm
Marvin Harrison Jr. not as good as we thought?
I can't say that. I can't say that. I think he low key is saving Kyler right now.
You think he's saving Kyler right now? So are you saying he's the scapegoat?
I think yes, because you have Kyler who's been in the league for a long time,
7 years.
has moderate success,
Has it been 7 years?
but yes, something like that, 6, 7.
Yeah.
But he's had moderate success. He made it to the playoffs before. Marvin Harrison bulked up this offseason, made a show of bulking up this offseason, and he has not excelled. He's been a good receiver. He just has not excelled. But
Yeah.
is that scheme? Is that Kyler not throwing him the ball? Or can he just not get open?
I don't. There is a. This is yeah. This is season 6. There is a interesting thing in there because it's like Kyler doesn't throw the ball to him as much, right? But we just seen they had a lot of miscommunication, which means this is stemming from practice issues, and that makes you
Yes.
question Kyler's leadership. Uh, in my opinion,
But
because
that's
you're the
always been the
veteran
issue with
quarter.
Kyler.
Exactly, you're the veteran quarterback here. You got the young wide receiver with all the attention. Is it an attention battle going on over there? Is it like wanting to keep the light on Kyler Murray because he's been that guy since high school. He's always been that guy, right? So it be him doing
Franchise
some
quarterback.
some Donovan McNabb type things.
You, of course, had to go there. It could be. It could be. It could be. Like we said, as quarterbacks, they're one of the rare positions. Quarterbacks and receivers are rare positions that their faces in the media are like basketball players. So they do have egos.
Hmm.
And it really is up to them what they do with it. But Kyler has on his track record that he is not the best leader, and his team has to keep coming to save him on
Hmm.
whether he's a good leader or not, which tells me you're not a good leader.
Yeah, and you know, I asked this question of if Marvin Harrison is as good as we thought, right? And you know, he he's only had two 100-yard games so far, and that could lead us back to the point of is Kyler Murray giving him the ball, or is the scheme set up for him to even get the ball like that? Uh, but a stat that stood out to me was he had 8 touchdowns last year. He already has two this year. When we think about players like Julio Jones, we don't remember them going and scoring as much as you know what I'm saying. So for him to be getting in the end zone this much in his first couple years, it's like, okay, it's nice. There were seasons where Julio Jones didn't score until like didn't score what was it? I think I was talking stuff because I remember we was betting our push-ups around that time.
Yeah,
Julio wasn't getting in the end zone like that. He was getting down to getting them in the red zone, and they was giving the ball to somebody else.
but he was getting major targets, so that's a stat I don't have in front of me. I don't know if you do. If you look at his
I'm
season
pulling it up
target
right now.
totals or reception totals, are they high? Because if his targets are high, that means you just not catching the ball, buddy, or you
Wait,
defending.
wait, wait.
One
Oops,
of the two.
snap. Oops, snap. My bad. My bad. Okay. Yeah. So I can take you back to um. So during Julio Jones' career, he only had one season where he had 10 touchdowns, and that was just like he only had one season. That was his sophomore season. you know, he had 96 targets, and then you go he had 204 targets in 2015. Now let's go look at Marvin Harrison Jr. and see how many targets he's getting.
So let me see. Where's his season totals?
Here we go right here. Okay, okay. So he's gotten 27 targets this year. He has 16 catches. Oh, that's nothing. He has 8 drops. I think it says he has 8 drops this no 5 drops this season.
How many? How many targets did Julio have in his first year?
I left that page, brother.
So Julio, I can pull it up real quick. I'm pretty quick with it.
Yeah, you can go ahead and pull that up. I got this right here because I know last year, last year he had
So
116. Go ahead.
In Julio's first season, he had 96 targets
hmm
and 54 catches for 959 and 8 TDs.
He had less catches than Marvin, but more yards. You say he had eight
So
touchdowns.
in his first year, yes.
Hey, that's 8 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison Jr. had 8 touchdowns. He had 62 catches, 885 yards last year.
So if you're comparing him to Julio, man, to me, he's not a bust. That's for sure. He's
No,
doing his thing. He's just not Justin Jefferson.
yeah, exactly, exactly. I think everybody looks at the wide receiver spot as it's supposed to be rapid now, but I feel like he coming along. Uh, the next one I got for you, brother, is the Ravens. Man, the Ravens got crushed by the Chiefs. God damn! Hey, they got smacked around. Boy, it was 37-20. They're now 1-3, bro. What is this like? Uh, how do you feel
I
about
told
this,
you
dog?
that star powered roster, man. It's a curse. Y'all spent too much money in this offseason, and now it's coming to bite you
Let's talk
because
about.
you didn't gel those personalities right and stuff like that. As well as you started off with a
It's,
decently hard schedule, not a super but decent, and the Chiefs are warming up.
you think they didn't gel the personalities right? I don't know if it comes down to that. I think the thing going on over there in Baltimore is uh scheming. I don't know what's going on. I mean, we've been talking about this for a couple weeks now. I think John Harbaugh is not necessarily sure what to do with all that firepower. His offenses haven't had this much talent on it in a while. So I don't know if he knows what
Well,
he's doing
he's
at
got
this point.
about 3 more weeks to figure it out. If he can't
Yeah.
figure it out in 3 weeks, there goes the Ravens Super
Yeah.
Bowl chances.
How about Derrick Henry, right? Derrick Henry crunch time fumbles. How you feel about that? He didn't fumble like I ain't see a fumble this last week, but shoot, we didn't talk about it during our last episode. His fumbling in the fourth quarter is a problem. He has 19 career fumbles, and out of those 19, 10 of those have came in the fourth quarter.
He just that's it's at this point it's a personality trait, it's a character trait. It's to be expected, but that means running hella hard the first 3 quarters.
I mean, I think he just I don't know. He's too comfortable here, and it goes back to the conversations that I've had with people where if you get to Derrick Henry at the line of scrimmage, he ain't really doing too much. You feel me? Like
Nope.
he want to be. He's a second level guy. Everybody act like just because he's big, he's a bruiser. That's not his thing. He not
No,
trying to run you
he's just a
over.
big speed back.
Yeah, he big finesse, man. Big finesse. He's not trying to bully you. You know what I'm saying? He gets his opportunities to. He'll try once he gets to the second level, but he's not the guy. He's not a scatterbo, which leads me to them. How about those rookies showing up? How about those rookies showing up?
Hey,
Jackson Dart.
we knew it was coming.
Oh yeah,
We knew it was coming
yeah,
because Jackson Dart showed the flashes in preseason. Cam Scatterbo he just he's just football bred. That's what
yeah.
he is. He's
He's
just
a
a football
dog,
bag.
man.
He's a bruiser running back that don't care about CTE. He's a running back version of Mike Allstott.
Hey, hey, man. One thing about them Giants, bro, they always gonna have somebody like that every what, like 10 years, maybe. You think about Brandon
Yeah.
Jacobs, Ahmad Bradshaw. You know, they always got somebody out there that's just a problem in that backfield, bro.
And I guess they just got to be paired with Ole Miss quarterbacks.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Hey,
just
because
got to pair
Jackson
them with
Dart
Ole Miss
looked really
quarterbacks
good, man. Jackson Dart looked really good. You know,
out there.
I was happy to see that, bro. I was happy to see that, and I'm glad you brought
the
up the.
Giant the
Go
Giant
ahead,
Drink
go ahead.
podcast.
Yeah,
That's my cadence.
yeah. Hey, yeah. I'm glad you brought up the Hall of Famer Eli, bro, because this is perfect, bro. At the with the situation at hand with Russell Wilson, everybody's starting to compare the two and talk about like legacies and stuff and whatnot. Do you think Russell Wilson has a better legacy than Eli Manning?
No, actually, Russell Wilson is playing himself out of his legacy.
Yeah, I people think he should have retired. I don't know. I don't think he should have retired. I think it was like, I think he still does have stuff in the tank, but he's not supposed to be a starter right now. I don't and that's not disrespectful. When you get to a certain point, it's okay to be a backup, bro.
I think he just messed himself up by trying to chase a bag.
Going to Denver,
Like you
man, I
too old
think
to be chasing a bag, bruh. And
yeah.
you asked for a huge contract, and you ain't rewarded nobody with no huge contract play.
Nah, yeah. When he went to Denver, bro, I thought it could be solid, right? But when he started picking it up, that organization did disrespect him. I think he started gaining some respect from the fans a little bit, especially after beating the Chiefs, and then they didn't let him play, and it was disrespectful over there. I didn't like that. And I think that right there actually shaped the Russell Wilson that we see today because
Yeah,
when
it
he had
definitely
his
did.
moment for confidence and just a response to all the negativity and everything that was going on, it's like they was like, hell no,
He got
and
kicked to the
he,
curb,
yeah,
but that's part of being an older quarterback. Is like, look, Why am I waiting for you to have a response? Why am I waiting for that? You've been in this league for 10 years, bro. What are you doing?
Like it's not just about being an NFL quarterback. This is very common for the Broncos. Uh, they if they I don't know if you don't come in hot and you ain't the personality that matches the coach, no matter how good you do, they're going to move you around. And that goes back to Tim Tebow. Everybody talks like, "Oh, Tim Tebow wasn't that good of a quarterback, but he was winning." And he had the opportunity to grow behind a Peyton
Sure
Manning. He had
did.
the personality to where he would have sat behind Peyton Manning and learned from him. But
Yes.
instead, they got rid of him because of all the attention, and they didn't want to deal with the hassles of the media. Even though you brought in a Hall of Famer, still dealing with the hassles of the media. It's just
Yeah, but
different.
that
It's
Hall of
not under
Famer won him a
scrutiny
Super
though.
Bowl.
Yeah, but what
So
happened after? How long did it take after that? They trusted Brock Osweiler. Like Brock Osweiler was like he did well. He helped them get to that Super Bowl, but where's he at now? So you got rid of Tebow to draft Osweiler in that same offseason. You could have just kept Tebow, who was winning, got you to the playoffs, got you a playoff win, but you didn't. That's just this is just what the Broncos do, bro. It's like so when that Russell Wilson stuff happened, when he won and they started acting funny with him, it was no shock to me.
no, it wasn't. I expected it.
Yeah. Shoot. But speaking of organizations we've had questions about, the Texans versus the Titans. The Texans actually showed up this week. They handled their business.
I'm sorry. All I can think about is that one play from that game.
Which
I'm
one you
sorry.
got? Which one was it?
The one where the right guard tried to get CJ Stroud decapitated.
Like, come on,
I
man.
swear he got paid to do that.
Hey, well, they sending
You in the
hits.
league? Why are you stepping the wrong way?
They sending
Why are
hits on
you
my boy.
stepping the wrong? I'm not. I'm
What's
not blind. I play O line. You
yeah?
stepped the wrong way and had a missed assignment and almost got your quarterback KO'd for the season.
What's this? A reverse bounty? Like, come on here.
Sheesh.
Yeah, but he outplayed Cam Ward. Cam Ward says the Titans are playing ass. He said that. He said that in an actual press conference. He said we playing ass, man. Hey, you can't make this up.
Well, Cam Ward, I have
Oh,
something to say to you, man. Welcome to the reality of being in the number one overall draft
yeah.
pick. You don't get to go to a customized roster like
Hey,
Miami, bro.
oh
You weren't good
man,
enough, so
yeah.
they expect you to win with
No,
garbage.
no, for real, man. Look, but okay. So do you think the winners of that game, like if the Titans would have won, you think that could have changed their trajectory for this season? Because
No.
I feel like it's changed. I feel like it's gonna change the trajectory for the Texans. I think the Texans are gonna actually go on a little streak here. They may win the next two.
You said they may win the next two.
Yeah,
They might get lucky. They got the Ravens next.
yeah. They may win the next two, bro. But then again, that could be the game. That could be the game when the Ravens be like, let's go ahead and turn it around. Yeah.
Because they got the Ravens. You said the next two. Who they got the week after that? Let me see. Oh, oh, they on a are they on a bye week? They on a bye week after that. So their next game after the Ravens is the Seahawks.
Yeah, yeah. So it's possible they could win the next two.
Very, very possible. Unfortunately, it's very possible.
Yeah. So how you do you think the Colts are for real? I mean, they just played their first actual team this year, and it was a shootout, but there was only a 7 point loss.
The Colts have their own real quarterback issue to go through. Since Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck they've had a lot of veteran quarterbacks just come over there and take them to the cusp of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So we got to see if they're gonna finally crack that, and that's the standard. Is Danny Dimes
Keep
gonna
calling
get
this
them to
man.
the
You
playoffs?
keep calling him Danny Dimes. You keep calling.
I gotta call him that so that way they keep winning. Because I
Yeah.
didn't call him
Okay.
that last week
You're
and
right.
they lost.
You're right.
So
But he was going against Matty, the real Matty Ice, man. He was going against the real Matty Ice, man. I ain't, I got something to tell you, but I want to move on because I see we push at the time, man. But I don't really care about that too much. So let's go
go
ahead and get to
birds.
the greatest tie. See, they costed me. You see, you said something. They costed me $687.
Who did?
The Eagles, all
How?
because, well, it was a $25 bet, but it could have been $687. The only one I got wrong this weekend was Jahan Dotson getting 10 yards. All I needed,
boy,
I just needed him to catch one ball. They didn't
that
even
boy
look
was
his
not
way.
getting the ball, bro.
Like what the hell? I'm thinking like, okay, he might, with they going against the Bucks, man, whatever, bro. I'm not even
No,
about to do this. The Bucks have a weak passing defense. Like I'm like, bro, might
I'm
get
pissed.
one at least.
You mad about that game? I'm mad at the Packers defense for screwing my fantasy league because I started them this week and they
Yeah,
gave me -5 points.
yo, greatest tie of all time. Greatest tie in like what you think? 40-40? That's
You know
insane.
that tie. You know that tie gonna come back and bite both of them, right?
Yeah, but did you know that that's actually the second highest scoring tie game? Back in 1964,
Oh my gosh.
the Oakland Raiders versus the Boston Patriots went 43-43. Yeah, back in
It's some old legit stuff.
1964.
But it's gonna be the only tie for the season, I hope, because that was Michael
That was
Parsons.
crazy.
I'm mad at you because you got shut up
He didn't get shut up for
by your
real.
old team.
He
Yes, he
didn't get
did.
shut up. He just didn't have like the dominant ass performance, but he got a sack.
He needs to have a dominant, rub it in your face, Jerry Jones performance.
Oh, he'll get that. They play again. They play again. The first one got the jitters, bro. Look,
They
he'll
play
get it.
again.
They play again.
When?
They'll play each other again.
No, they won't. This
Yeah,
tie
they
gonna keep
will.
one of them out of the playoffs.
You think so? I don't think so.
Yep.
I don't think
I
so. Who? It's gonna be
wholeheartedly
Dallas
think
if
so.
so. It's gonna be Dallas if
Exactly.
so. Look, look.
Exactly.
Well, my key matchups for the NFL this week is the 49ers versus the Rams. Who you got?
Rams.
They both 3-1. You sure? You sure gonna stand on that?
The Rams.
All right. All right. Why?
What? Why?
Yeah. Why you think they gonna win?
The Rams to me have more grit. Matthew Stafford's healthier. Um, that defense is scary good. I watched the Eagles play that team. That defense is scary good. And so I feel like they're gonna shut them down.
Okay. Well, my second matchup is the Vikings versus the Browns. Also, I have the Rams in that as well. I I have the Rams in that. I
Um,
want to say 49ers so bad, but I gotta say
surprisingly,
Rams. But Vikings versus Browns. Vikings at Browns. Who you got?
surprisingly, the Browns
Okay.
because Carson Wentz about to get ate up. I don't know if he's starting this week or JJ McCarthy is. If it's
I don't know.
so, this my opinion depends on who's the starting quarterback.
Okay. You think McCarthy's gonna be a better option for them instead of Carson Wentz?
Yeah, he's mobile. He can run away from Miles Garrett.
I just I don't know,
Carson Wentz
bro.
is gonna get beat up.
This is an important one for me because I mean, really, I'm waiting because something's telling me we may see a QB change this week. Something telling me they're gonna say something about they're gonna say something either tomorrow or Wednesday that they gonna have Dylan Gabriel starting this week. And I don't know
If they do that, the Browns are winning this game.
yeah, and but if they don't make the QB change this week and they lose, they're definitely making it next week. You know,
Yeah.
and that's what makes this the important game of the week for me because we're gonna actually see a change over there and we'll see a rookie step in like we've seen this week and we'll see if they show up the way Jackson Dart did.
Right.
Yeah. But now I said we was gonna talk about it this week. Our all-time matchups. Okay. So you got Savvy's offense versus AJ's defense. We're gonna start off with the offense versus defense, all right? So you got Aaron Rodgers matching up against Sean Taylor. They said Rodgers win that. All right. I'm told
What?
I ran it through the generator. I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you. Look. They said Rodgers wins that. Okay. They said Walter Payton versus Ray Lewis was even. All right. And they said Larry Sonka versus Luke Kuechly. Terrell Owens versus Darrell Rivers. Jerry Rice versus Charles Woodson, Jerry Rice. Antonio Brown versus Jordan Nickel. You want to come up with a nickel real quick?
My nickel?
Yeah, you want to come up with a nickel cornerback real quick? You know my slot receiver now, so that's like you know what I'm saying. It's kind of a little iffy right there, but whatever. These are optional. These are the optional players here.
Mm-mm. He gonna get toasted. A nickel.
Looks like we
Oh,
got something else.
oh, Champ Bailey. No, you got Champ Bailey.
Okay, you gonna put no? I don't got champ. So you gonna put champ on Antonio Brown?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that. That's nice. So I still think AB cooking him. All right. I
Oh,
mean,
come on.
okay.
You got
Look.
to run it through the generator.
Tony Gonzalez. You're right. Tony Gonzalez versus T.J. Watt came out to be even. Anthony Munoz versus Reggie White, slight defense. These last four is all defense. Steve Hutchinson versus Aaron Donald, defense. Travis Frederick, J.J. Watt, defense. Marshall Yonder versus Michael Strahan, slight defense. Jackie Slater versus Lawrence Taylor, defense. So is the defensive matchups versus the offense.
I'm up on you 7-2 right now.
Yes, indeed. So here's the say summary: Rogers quick reads, wide receiver position move or precision moves change or moves chains, edge and interior pressure from AJ's front seven creates sacks and hurried throws. Running backs limited inside, wide receivers and tight ends can make chunk plays. All right, that's what they said. So then you got AJ's offense versus Savvy's defense. All right, are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
This is because it's real crucial. I need you to pay attention. Michael Vick versus Ed Reed. They said it was even. Okay. Said Ray Rice versus D'Amico Ryans. Defense. Mike Oslot versus Patrick Willis. Defense. Randy Moss versus Deion Sanders. Even. Calvin Johnson versus Asante Samuel or Lim Barney. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to put Lim Barney in there. But either way, offensive slight. All right. Then you got Shannon Sharp versus Clay Matthews. Even. Jonathan Ogden versus Julius Peppers. Slight defense. Larry Allen versus Mean Joe Green. Defense.
That's some bull. That's not gonna happen, bro.
Bull crap my ass. Mean Joe Green smacking buddy. Let's be real here. Dermonte Dawson. Vince Wilfolk. Defense. Zach Martin versus Elvis Dumerville. Even. Lane Johnson versus Von Miller. Defense. Shannon Sharp versus Clay Matthews. Oops. Yeah, I put that already on here. Even. Okay, so Vic's mobility plus offensive wide receivers can threaten, or plus explosive wide receivers can threaten. Interior runs limited by Savvy's front seven. Turnover threats from Dion, Reed, and Samuel are all pluses. Okay. Overall analysis: Savvy's offense versus AJ's defense. Precise controlled drives, edge chaos exists, but Rodgers plus wide receiver tight end makes steady progress. AJ's offense versus Savvy's defense: explosive, high risk plays, turnovers likely, and runs limited. Likely outcome: Savvy squad narrowly wins, 28-24, due to interior trenches and defensive backfield turnovers. Hey, hey,
you know who the center is, right?
what?
You know who changed the matchup, right?
Who changed it?
If I just make one change, that whole thing goes out the window.
What you gonna change?
If I put like Eric Dickerson in my backfield,
Too late. You chose to go with
I
Ray
know,
Rice. You chose to
I
go with
know.
Ray Rice. Yeah.
Look, I still think my team's gonna win. Just so y'all aware, those guys up front ain't not winning that battle. I'm sorry. Y'all
Whatever.
must not realize how good these offensive
No.
linemen are.
No. You
So
must
y'all
not
keep
realize
playing.
how good my defensive line is. Some
It's not that good.
dogs. Some
It's not that good.
dogs. It really is
It's not
though.
that good.
It really
It's
is
not
though.
that good.
Damaging. Hey,
It's
damaging.
not
I
that
create
good.
I create a very balanced team here. All right. It's just what I do. It's a balance of chaos and precision. That's just how we rock over here, man. You know, you was really like brute with your shit.
I'm gonna
AJ,
punch you in the face, which means
yeah,
I'm gonna win more.
look,
I'm gonna win more often than not, while you
look,
sitting there struggling on some stuff because of
they
some chaos.
boxing analogy. You basically your team has a swinger's chance. It's like if they connect, nigga, you going to sleep. But like
I'm Mike Tyson.
Going against Floyd Mayweather, like you know what I'm
I'm
saying.
Mike
You
Tyson.
nah, you Canelo versus Crawford.
No, I'm Mike Tyson, and you gonna win off the points.
You Canelo versus Crawford. No.
That's how you gonna win. You're gonna be like jab, jab,
Bing, bing,
jab,
bing. Yeah,
jab,
move
jab,
around. Move
jab,
around.
jab,
Yeah,
jab.
exactly.
Oh, he won
Exactly.
2 rounds extra. This boy, look at this boy's face. Look at this boy's
Yo,
face. He won the fight.
hey, y'all gonna be
Y'all
tired,
ain't gonna
man.
be able to play another game.
We gonna throw some real look, but that's the thing though. We gonna throw one of them jabs, then set up a mean haymaker. You may not
Nah,
drop, but you gonna
and I'm
rock
gonna
a
eat
little
it.
bit, and you may
I'm gonna
rock a
eat it.
little bit, and that defense is look, hey, the defensive line versus your offensive line
Send me
that
the
answered
copy. Send me the
everything.
copy, bro.
Say less, say less.
Send me the
I seen you
copy.
the whole file. I seen you the whole file. I
All
got you.
right.
But before we go, quick NBA talk. Ozempic Zion. That boy out there look like Omar Epps after the knee injury on Love and Basketball.
Let him do his thing, dog.
Hey,
Let him do his
it,
thing.
my
He
thing.
better than being a fat Zion.
This is facts. This is facts. But like, is he slimming down and adding some finesse, or is he just gonna keep on trying to be this bully guy and he's slim? You know what I'm saying? I just want to know: is he gonna actually figure out his jumper? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna actually be
When has
consistent?
Zion ever actually been
Huh?
bully?
Nah,
When
come
has
on, bro.
Zion been a bully?
Zion's a bully.
Since he got to the league,
That's
he
cap.
hasn't
When
been a
he's healthy,
bully.
he's a bully, bro.
No, he's that's because he was fat.
Nah.
He got weight to put on you.
Yeah, exactly. He was playing bully rock. He jumping up
That's
there. He
like
getting
no, 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 no,
he
no, no,
out
no.
there. Go
Look,
ahead.
look, 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 let me give this to you. Right, you as a young man that has slendered up. No, when you was 260, you was trying to back people down.
A little bit.
Knowing
I
dang
mean,
well that's not your game. That's not your game. When you hit 240, huh, nah,
fadeaways.
I'm not doing that no more.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, I
So the
always like to
reason why he
post
been
up
playing
though.
like
That's
that
my
is because he
thing.
been big.
I don't know. I don't know. His shot got to be more consistent. If he ain't got a better jumper this year,
I don't know. We'll
it's
find
not
out.
gonna work. Yeah. How you think KD helps the Rockets? They don't got Jalen Green no more. They like is it, like is this gonna just be
We'll see if KD can do
KD in another
something this season.
uniform?
It really is just gonna be KD in another uniform to me because that team ain't got nothing else.
Alright. I mean, nah, you can't say they ain't got nothing else. They still decent. They still decent. They got the Thompson twin. You know what I'm saying? They got Sengun. I believe that's Sengun. That's the dude that's
Sengun.
in. Yeah, they got Sengun in there. You know what I'm saying? They nice. They got something to build off of. They was really good last year, and then they just added Kevin Durant. So we gonna see. Jalen Green wasn't all that. He was inefficient, but he
When
gonna
people
ball
do
out
that with
in
Kevin
Phoenix.
Durant, their roster goes down.
It's gonna be different this year.
He's not a plug
Yeah.
and play guy. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
bro. It's gonna be different this year, bro. Yeah, shoot. But all right, y'all. That was a great episode. Shout out AJ 73. You know, great takes. We're gonna see how game knows game. See how much game knows game coming up this week with these matchups. Shout out to
Yeah,
Aurora Central.
boy.
I appreciate y'all for
We got y'all next year.
I said, Chris Kelly, we need you to put up 50. Bro, put up 60. I'm appreciative, man. But yeah, man. Thank y'all for coming to the snooze alert podcast.